I need a bone saw.
I'm sorry. I wish I could.
I just want a little tiny slice of this guy's brain. That's all I need. Just enough to tell me what's killing Foreman.
A thin slice of Joe's brain could also cause a public health crisis.
It's not a good idea to scream fire every time somebody lights a match.
Don't downplay this, House. You put both of them in isolation for a reason. Joe's death elevates this situation to a biosafety level 3.
Ooh, level 3. You call Jack Bauer.
I called the CDC.
Well, tell him I'll be really, really careful.
We don't have the proper equipment for you to be really, really careful. You can do whatever you want to Foreman, but the CDC will do this autopsy.
Whatever. The point is, we'll be lucky to get results in 3 days.
I told them how urgent this is.
And they told you?
We'll have the results in 3 days.
Oh, that's a shame. Because Foreman will never get to know what it was. He'll be dead in 36 hours. Maybe this is a toxin. Maybe it's not contagious at all. You're killing Foreman because of a maybe.
Well, you have 36 hours to figure out which one it is.
Foreman, come here, fast.
What's going on? When are they doing the autopsy?
You're doing it now. You ever studied how they used to do ice pick lobotomies?
I read about it in med school. Why would I?
Shove an ice pick into the eye socket just above the tear duct. Bang it a couple of times with a hammer, get a sample.
What's going on, Hal?
Foreman, you can't do it. You'd be in violation of...
Can't do the time if you're not alive.
You, I need you to suit up. Get that equipment away from Dr. Foreman.
Take your time, guys. Why don't you just tell him to go slow? Won't be your fault.
Foreman, we don't even know what kind of contagion we're dealing with.
Which is why we need to chop into the guy's head.
It's dangerous.
Not to you, Foreman.
There are other ways to diagnose you.
Yeah? You have the answer? Foreman, do it now.
I am warning you, do not...
What are you doing?
I didn't feel right.
He's blind.
But he thinks he can see. Same as the cop.
Need something to bag the sample.
Forget it. You just biopsied a mattress.
No, I'm fine. House, there's the sample. Get it. Test it. You gotta test that sample.
Apparently, I was optimistic about the 36 hours. Intractable, unbearable pain is up next. Sure you don't want to reconsider that whole autopsy thing?
Gonna lock Joe up downstairs until the CDC gets here.
Foreman, you can't see.
Right.
House wants to start you on some meds. They're in the airlock.
For what?
Leading candidate is toxic mold.
Is Cameron sick?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
You're casting your net a little wider than toxic mold, aren't you?
Guillain-Barré is also on the table.
Oval shape. That's either an L or a 7. I'm guessing an L. Levofloxacin, because you can't rule out bacteria. 800. That's the dosage for acyclovir, in case it's viral. Square. No, more like rhombus. That's fluconazole for fungus. It's about 8 others here. You're treating me for everything. You have no idea what I've got.
House thinks this is the best course of action.
House is desperate. House is never desperate.
Something we give you will work.
Yeah. We should start treating all patients this way. When they get sick, they just take everything.
It's better than doing nothing.
Feeling any better?
How are you doing?
I'm not the patient.
Is your sed rate elevated?
No. So far, it looks like I lucked out.
Cameron, looks like you left the tourniquet on the bed.
You can see again?
Treatment's working.
Question is, which treatment?
We'll start weaning him off one at a time. Which one do we start with?
I don't care if you do it alphabetically. Just stay on top of his vision. First sign of regression means we've taken him off the wrong one.
Latest blood work. Foreman's amylase and lipase levels are 3 times normal.
Pancreas is failing.
A toxic side effect of his meds. Field of vision is regressing, and he's reached an 8 on the pain scale.
The disease pattern is following the exact course as Joe's.
Only it's moving much faster in Foreman.
Good. It's an anomaly. Anomalies tell us things. Why would this go faster in Foreman? What's different?
Could be a different strain of the same disease.
Right. We were wasting all this time looking for an unknown disease. We should have been looking for a different strain of an unknown disease.
Joe's a cop. He's into physical fitness. He could have had a more powerful immune system, stronger metabolism.
Foreman's black.
What? How long have you been sitting on this information?
Lupus, gout, glaucoma, osteoarthritis, hypertension, diabetes, stop me anytime. They all affect black people more than whites.
Check everything. Bacterials, fungals, toxins, parasites. Look for anything with a documented racial disparity. Wait.
The rat showing symptoms?
No. He's completely healthy. Maybe that's the difference between Foreman and the cop. You're dying too fast.
Couldn't agree more.
Hey, Cuddy. Having a nice visit?
What's that?
Legionella pneumophila.
And why are you carrying a vial of it around with you?
Foreman was perfectly healthy before he got this infection. Our cop wasn't. He had Legionnaire's disease, and our cop didn't turn into brain food until we cured the Legionella. Legionella slowed down the disease.
Why would that happen?
No idea. Just know that it did.
So you want to infect Foreman?
You're gonna tattle to the CDC?
The meds can't help me, but a disease can? Forget it. Just take the pain away and put me under.
But you wonder, I can't monitor your pain. If I can't monitor your pain, I won't know if the Legionella is working.
I'm not consenting to you giving me... What was that?
Wish there could have been a puff of smoke or something. Would have been much more dramatic. Keep your slippers on. Wouldn't want you to cut your foot. What type of illnesses affect humans but not rats?
Why are you asking me that?
Because I'm sure that you spent the first 12 years of your life dreaming of being a vet. The rat is not getting sick. Cameron is not getting sick.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Presumably you're still healthy because whatever it is not bloodborne. Steve has no excuse. He did everything that Foreman did.
Some bacterial infections don't affect rats.
Foreman tested negative for every bacterial infection that would affect his brain.
And what infections could he be positive for but test negative for? When we test for infections, we look for antibodies. And what if the patient is infected but has no antibodies? What if the body is not fighting the infection?
Why would...
I asked first. Let's start with the what. We'll deal with the why later.
If the body doesn't recognize the infection, our tests come back negative and the disease rampages through the body unstopped.
Exactly like the cop and exactly like Foreman. And what if the patient was then exposed to a second infection, like Legionella? The body would recognize that infection, increase the white count, send in the troops to start fighting, and the initial infection would get caught in the crossfire. So the question becomes, what type of bacterial infection affects humans but not rats, and the human body would be unlikely to recognize? The answer is Listeria. I'm starting you on Amp and Gent.
So you're basing this theory on the test being negative and your rat being healthy?
And the fact that Legionnaires is helping you.
But the medicine you want to give me will put an end to that.
Yeah.
And if it's not Listeria, all the Gent will do is cure the Legionnaire's disease and put whatever is killing me back into overdrive.
Stop asking me questions based on the premise that I'm wrong. Antibiotics are in the airlock.
I think the first biopsy didn't give us the answer because you didn't go deep enough. I want you to do a white matter brain biopsy.
Absolutely. Don't blame you. The world is such a complicated place if you've got higher reasoning skills. I'm often jealous of small animals and retarded children. Take the antibiotics.
There can be minimal damage if it's done right. If the surgeons drill where I tell them to drill.
One slip. You could spend the rest of your life not being able to keep your drool in your mouth.
I'd rather be disabled than dead.
Sure, I make it look oh so sexy. It's actually not as glamorous as you might think.
The biopsy will tell us for sure what's wrong.
The antibiotics could do the same thing.
Could, not will.
We try it, we see.
The antibiotics will bring back the pain.
Pain makes us make bad decisions. Fear of pain is almost as big a motivator. Look, we still have time. I will do that biopsy if I have to, but not a moment before.
Prep the drill. We've got to be ready to go if we get the signal.
I screwed up the first time through this place.
Foreman told you everywhere he went.
It's not where, it's when. He came here early afternoon. Me and Steve came through 2 hours too late. You were 6 hours early. It's the water. The irrigation system only pumped.
House, I tested the water. The water's clean.
House.
We tested the wrong water. He stole cable, he stole fertilizer, and he stole water. It's riddled with Naegleria.
I know.
You already did the biopsy.
I thought I had no choice.
The man is also named Martin Harris.
If the name was Attila von Wienerschnitzel, I'd say you might be onto something.
Look, room 406, abdominal pain. Room 403, left-sided numbness. 402, syncope. He's copying his neighbor's symptoms.
No.
Yeah, coincidence is much more likely than you being a stubborn jerk.
Munchausen's patients create symptoms, not names.
Munchausen's patients have medical histories they don't want us reading.
No laryngeal spasm.
Breathing's resumed normal rate without intubation.
You see, nothing's wrong with him.
He's in a lab coat. Munchausen's pretend to be patients, not doctors. He's got mirror syndrome.
Giovannini's?
Do you know another mirror syndrome? Brain's got no idea who he is, where he is, what he is. So it fills the holes with whatever dirt's lying around. He reads a name tag, he's got a name. Sees a doctor, he's got a job. Sees symptoms, he's got a problem.
My explanation's simpler.
Well, if it's simple, then we discharge the nut bar. But if it's complicated, then the nut bar has got brain damage.
So we let him jerk them around for a few days till we're sure?
No, we let him jerk you around. There's a faster way. Mind if we play through?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
What's going on here, Martin?
Operation? House? Who is this guy?
Excellent question. Who are you, Martin? Just likes to watch and do stuff.
Number 10 scalpel for initial incision. Glad you're here, House.
Of course you are. It's lecture time.
Yeah, it is. Stop worrying about the power play.
Was that it? I think you can go a lot deeper here. I mean, why am I so obsessed by all of this?
You're threatened by Foreman and feel the need to impress Cuddy. The only thing that's relevant is Foreman is a good doctor. He can help you. Lighten the load.
Good idea. I'll have him sort my mail.
Sure. Deflect. Who is this guy?
I think we just found out.
It's all about Cuddy. Gotta be the alpha dog. Can almost smell the pheromones now, huh?
I like him.
Huh. Told you I didn't need you.
House!
House, what is going on?
Ow!
Blood's turned to sludge. If we don't heat you up, you're gonna die. Can't fake that!
Infections can hide deep beneath the skin. This'll find them.
Who was that last doctor?
Dr. Amber Velakis.
Don't really need her name.
Wait, you saying that I want her?
Don't know what you want, don't care what you want.
I'm married.
So am I.
Even if I wasn't, she's a little too, aggressive for me.
Hey, aggressive is never a bad thing.
Yeah, true.
I'm done.
You okay?
Yeah. We gotta run some more tests. You can clean yourself up.
Lesion on the liver.
We're gonna use your spinal fluid to tell us where you lived.
Cool.
Not really. It's a poor substitute for an actual history, and without...
Nah, it's cool.
Yes, it is. I need you to stay as still as possible. Ignore the pain.
Bring the pain.
I'm not a masochist.
Neither am I.
I know, but I was responding to you, responding to... Never mind. I just like experience. If it's new, it's interesting.
Yeah, not me. I don't just like new, I gotta have new. If it's not there, I make it there.
Really? I'm just easily bored.
There are 300 million people in this country. If I'm doing exactly what everyone else is doing, then who the hell am I? You know what I mean?
I'm just about finished.
I like hot tubs. They're nice.
It was necessary. And that was all that mattered. It's exciting, isn't it?
You're happy?
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, hey. Hey, you with me? I need help in here! Beef it, we gotta shock him. Get him out of the water.
How long's he been out?
Just a few seconds.
He's dry enough.
Not yet.
Try faster.
10 more seconds.
He'll get brain damage. He needs...
You aren't.
Wait.
He's dry enough. Clear.
You gotta...
It worked.
For one of them.
Hey, get in there, see how he's doing.
You were just in there.
Well, apparently, it's impossible to see anything else while I'm in there. I'm a blinding, white-hot light of power.
Got it. Pink, good size, nice specimen.
I'm scared.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
No. No, it's not.
No, I'm not interested in how he's doing. I'm interested in how she's doing. So get in there and tell me how he's doing.
You think he'll mimic her if I'm in there with her?
You're a powerful, dominating man, but who knows?
So I'm gonna get fired before her.
Yes, you're gonna get fired right now unless you get in there.
Nothing on the biopsy.
And how is he?
His fever's at 106.
I know. But how is he? Bitter? Sexually frustrated?
He's delightful. Loves the smell of freshly baked rhubarb pie and isn't afraid to love. Also, his rash is coming back.
He needs the meds and the tub just to keep him stable.
Fine, soak him again.
He'll be happy. Loves hot tubs.
No, you love hot tubs. Find the rest of the gang, tell them to meet me at the lecture hall.
Hate hot tubs.
What did you say?
I hate.
He likes. Who else was in there?
No one.
You didn't think to mention that?
The guy likes warm, swirling water. Didn't know that was diagnostic.
It's not. What it is the water hit him and he had a thought. Not about you, but about him. We need to splash him some more.
Do I know you?
You look familiar.
You too.
My name's Robert Elliott. I'm from Hamilton, Ohio.
Me too. What do you do?
Stuff.
Me too.
Brings you to New Jersey? Work or vacation?
Work.
What type of work?
I'm tired.
I eat out a lot. Go to a lot of restaurants. Not eat pine. Richie's.
I know those places.
They're good, huh?
They're convenient.
For what?
They're on the road.
You on the road a lot?
No more than you, I suppose.
Do you ever use this stuff? I use it all the time.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, I just said that. You know, the cool thing about this stuff is you can do a lot with it. Soften your skin, you can treat scrapes, naughty stuff. Why did you do that?
Because it doesn't smell like dung.
You're saying you like the smell?
Not really. Just doesn't smell like dung.
Something else does smell like dung.
Yeah. Dung.
You guys ready? Now is the time. You stare at me in slack-jawed amazement. He sells farm equipment. See? Pig lagoons, pig farms. And as every child knows, where you have pigs, you have pig poo. But as very few children know, where you have pig poo, you have epirythrozyme infection.
We'll start him on clarithromycin.
This time tomorrow, he'll be back to his old self.
His way up, Sat's way down, Hustle's still spreading.
Interferon's not working.
Means this is smallpox.
Right. Because there are only 2 diseases in the whole wide world. What else could it be?
There's gotta be something.
No, it doesn't.
There are still no pustules on her feet. All the reasons you thought it wasn't smallpox still exist.
Forget her feet. Forget all those other reasons. Look at him now. The pox are dome-shaped. They're on 80% of his body, and they're not scabbing over.
This is textbook smallpox.
DDXing at this point, it isn't gonna make a difference.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. House, you screwed up going in there.
You're killing me!
The suit will protect you if you haven't already been exposed.
My air supply's almost out.
We'll give you another canister.
Yeah, and when I change it, I will be exposed.
Just move him.
I wish I could.
Oh, that's great. So you know what you can do? You can move me. You don't know that I have smallpox yet.
We have to assume.
There's another isolation room on the 5th floor.
The problem is getting him from here to there.
So it's inconvenient. My having a fighting chance at life is inconvenient.
I'm sorry.
You don't know that he'll catch it.
We don't know that it's definitely smallpox, not until we get the DNA results back from the CDC.
What do you think the dad just died of?
Would it kill us to talk it through?
Kill us? No. Save House? Also no.
Even if by some miracle it's not smallpox, there's nothing more for us to go on. There's no new data. There isn't going to be any. Where are you going?
To get more data.
Gerrit seems distant and preoccupied.
Who's Gerrit? Is he a slave?
Gerrit is the captain's kitty.
The captain's cat is preoccupied?
Skip the cat.
One goat, slaughtered for dinner, broke out the next barrel of wine.
Skip the food.
Can we go back to the cat? Did the cat get sick?
Smallpox is exclusive to humans.
Ship captains didn't have pets. Nothing and nobody went on those ships if it didn't have a purpose.
Hunting mice and rats?
For the crew. The hold was probably infested with mice. What if that's the difference?
What happened to Harriet?
Ah,
Is that a sad ah or a cute ah?
Gerrit, he died. It's a sad ah.
Before he died, did he lose his fur?
How did you know?
Mice don't carry smallpox, but they do carry rickettsial-pox.
Which is treatable.
Just start them on doxycycline.
Based on a bald cat? You never heard of shedding?
What's the downside?
If we shove her full of antibiotics, plus the antivirals, it'll suppress her bone marrow.
That girl's about to die.
She probably is, and I don't want to risk pushing her over the edge.
At least look at the dad's body. Small patches of black dead tissue will prove I'm right. Escars appear with rickettsial-pox, but not with smallpox.
If he had developed escars, I would have noticed.
You haven't been within 20 feet of the guy in hours.
Have them check. Their job is to bleach the body, kill the virus, and get it out of there for Dr. House's sake.
Bleaching the body will destroy all evidence of rickettsial-pox.
There is no evidence. I'm not trying to hurt anyone here. I'm not lying to you. This is smallpox.
House, you have to examine the body.
I'm not going anywhere near it.
Look for escars, hurry.
You think it's our pox?
The captain had a cat. He lost his fur and then died.
Step back, Dr. House.
It's kind of hard to do an autopsy in oven mitts.
Take him off.
Says the woman standing behind 2 panes of glass.
Do you believe me? Forget me. Do you believe you? You think it's rickettsial-pox, don't you? If it is, it's curable, and she's gonna die unless we can prove it.
You really are annoying.
Come on, House, come on.
Escar. Escars.
Start the girl on doxycycline right now.
You were good with her.
Yeah, only after being bad.
Takes practice.
Maybe I should get a puppy.
Yeah, or pregnant.
You're gonna be okay. Hey.